Hey, my name is Eric Shabazz, and I choose to live a dynamic life. Today, I'm going to talk about the Will Smith slapping, basically Chris Rock, and I'm going to break down to you how I feel most black people on the internet are not on code, and they're doing extreme disservice to Will Smith and the black community. So, as you know, Chris Rock recently got slapped by Will Smith at the Grammys, and I'm going to be honest with you, he shouldn't have done that. It looks very bad, and it makes Will look very, very bad. However, my position is this: in America, black people already are behind the eight ball. And I don't want to get into a big whining session. Most of us already know that we're behind the eight ball. And the reality is, majority of the wealth that has been created in the United States has been by either entertainment, acting, music, or sports. That's where the majority of our success that you see on a large scale when it comes to economics that is achieved by African Americans in this country. And unfortunately, we haven't got to the point where we have infiltrated business, industry, finance, law, and all the other major industries that ultimately matter in a society. So, in my perfect opinion, or in my personal opinion, I feel that we're doing a great disservice, specifically YouTubers who are African American or black. They are making videos about Will Smith. It's one thing to acknowledge that he made a mistake. It's one thing to acknowledge that he acted basically weak and couldn't control his emotions. But to go beyond that and start tearing down a man who has been successful for 25 years, who has carried himself the correct way for over 25 years. Will Smith has been a role model to African American and black people all around this country and probably around the world. People watching Will Smith for the last 25 years have had a better perception of black people as a whole because of his behavior. We should not throw away all the equity that Will Smith has gained over the years from one mistake. As you know, we already have to be perfect as African Americans in this country, especially when it comes to getting accepted by the greater society. As African American men, we have a responsibility to look at his track record and give him some credit. And the credit is he made a mistake. You have the right to get on YouTube and call him out. But I see people going in, calling him a simp, calling his wife a harlot, calling him a beta male, calling him gay, just going totally in, destroying this man. And you're supposed to be somebody who's pro-black. There's a lot of people on the internet claiming that they're pro-black, claiming that they care about their people. And yet we have a man who carried himself the correct way his entire career, and you're ready to destroy him. I think that I want to challenge all you YouTubers out there to pull it back and get on code. And the code is when people who are successful that have carried themselves the correct way and represented themselves the correct way for the community, that we support him. I think Will Smith is a great guy. Whatever his personal shortcomings when it comes to his relationship is his business. He did put it in the public, so you guys are able to comment on it. But I don't think that you should dwell on it and make videos and give the rest of the dominant society the luxury to watch you destroy one of your own. I think that it's a mistake, and I want to challenge any black person on YouTube, black, African American, African descent, Pan-African, whatever you want to call yourself, to say, hey man, if you're truly what you say you are, then you'll get on code and take a step back. Do not destroy this man, because this man has represented himself and carried himself the right way. And we need more men to carry themselves throughout their careers, in business, in public, and in the corporate world like Will Smith has for 25 years. Now, I know you're going to say, well, look what he did here. That negates everything. So you're telling me a man puts in 25 years of good behavior and good work, and we throw him away over something like this? Even Chris Rock understands that. There's a reason why Chris Rock didn't press charges. There's a reason why he's taking his time to comment on this, because he's a 60-year-old or 59-year-old man who understands what it means to be black in the media. And he understands that you don't just throw away your positive actors in the world. Now, a lot of you guys are quick to support these rappers, and a lot of these rappers, I gotta be honest with you, are selling out. Why are they selling out? Because they're making degrading music that's not benefiting our people, that's not improving our image in America, right? And you're quick to keep up with everything they do, make excuses for them. But when a guy like Will Smith make a mistake, you destroy him. All this fake masculinity, all this fake manosphere about I'm not a beta and he's weak and all this stuff. You'll be surprised when you really dig into the relationship of individual males in this country, what they're willing to do. There's so many men that talk about what they won't do and how they'll make their woman do this and do that. And if you go look at most men, even on YouTube, you'll find out that they've been simping. They've been making compromise to get women, all type of shit. So it's easy to get up here and puff your chest and talk about Will Smith, but I guarantee you, if you digged into 90% of these dudes' life who talk about how masculine they are and they're not a beta and Will's this and Will that, you're gonna find that most of the time they didn't get the girl the way that they're saying they get the girl. Their relationship is not what they're saying it is. It's more of a partnership than a dominant, a dictatorship. I guarantee it, because I had friends personally, many friends, who would get together with the guys and talk like that, but I'll see what it really is when it comes to their chick. And most of the time, you compromise, you work it out, because the world doesn't play out how people talk about on the manosphere. Now, I'm not against the manosphere. I agree with a lot of the red pill philosophy, but most of these guys are not living it out, but they're projecting on the internet. So bag the hell off of Will Smith, a guy who has earned equity, far as I'm concerned, in the black community, carried himself the correct way for 25 years, been a positive role model and force throughout his entire career, avoided drugs and alcohol, avoided presenting hip hop in a negative light. All the things that half of these superstars and that black males are not doing, and all of a sudden they want to throw him away like a paper bag. I think that any of you guys who call yourself black or pro-black need to think about this before you make another video going beyond assessing what he did on stage. Get on there, talk about, hey, he made a mistake. He acted emotionally. There's probably some turmoil going on inside of him because of all the flack he's been taking from Red Table's talk. That probably was a mistake. That's as far as you need to go. Now when you start talking about who the man is in personal, talking about his wife, talking about his kids, talking about he's a punk, all these ridiculous things, you're tearing down a black man and you're doing it in front of the entire world. So don't get this, you're black people, black YouTubers, you're not off the hook. You are not off the hook. You have a responsibility. If anybody's gonna give this man another chance, it has to be his own people. So far as I'm concerned, given his track record, he has earned, he has developed, he has saved up the credit to get the benefit of the doubt. So I think most people should back off. I'm totally behind Will Smith. I think he made a mistake. It was probably an emotional mistake based on a whole bunch of buildup of other things, probably some stuff going on in his personal life. It's not my business. I 100% support him based on his entire history, and I hope he's able to come back. And I want to challenge all you YouTubers, especially black YouTubers who call themselves pro-black, who say they're about their community, to bag the hell off. My name is Eric Shabazz, and I choose to live a dynamic life. Peace.